Hey guys, John here, and welcome back to John's RC. So today I'm not actually at the flying field as you can see, however I am going to be reviewing something. So today I am back with the RealFlight Evolution. My last video on RealFlight Evolution was when I did the review on the quarterly content package, which came with 5 planes. However, I only did a review on 3 of them. I did a review on the UMX Twin Otter, the E-flite Eratix, and the E-flite Beechcraft D18. Now, these were fairly realistic models for the most part, and I expressed that in that video. And I only did the review on 3 of the planes because I only flew 3 of them in real life. However, some of my viewers wanted to know my input on the other 2 planes, the E-flite F4U Corsair and the RealFlight 676 Airliner. Now, I can do a personal review on the F4U Corsair even though I don't have it in real life. I'm not sure how the 676 is going to work because it's an imaginary aircraft. It's just based on the Boeing 767, of course, but it actually doesn't exist in real life. So I'll be flying it just for fun, but just know it doesn't exist. So yeah. Okay, so I have the F4U loaded up and everything is ready to go. So you can see here on the top right, I have my nav guides, and that indicates like airspeed, altitude, battery remaining, my frames per second, and it also shows my like wind and RPM. I don't have my wind programmed, but that is something you can do in RealFlight Evolution. So yeah, on my flight modes, you can see it indicates whether I'm in Safe Selector AS3X. There's only 2, and these are controlled by my switch B, so you can see here. And on the bottom right, I have my virtual transmitter, so every time I move using input on my transmitter, it's going to show up on my virtual radio. So I'm kind of just like messing around with the controls, and you can see it's showing up on the radio. So also I wanted to show you in the airplane menu, there's actually 2 variants of the F4U Corsair. There's one on a 3S and there's one on a 4S. I'm going to be doing a flight on both, and I'll be showing you guys how I feel about it. So yeah, looks like, as you can see from my nav guides, it starts off on a 3S 2200 mAh battery pack, and I guess that's the recommended battery for this plane. So let's see. My transmitter disconnected. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to be taking off with my takeoff flaps and safe select. Alright, we are in the air. Landing gear up, flaps up, and alright. So like I said, this is with safe select enabled, and with safe it's going to limit your freedom with your bank and pitch. So you can see here, I'm banking. This is full roll authority. You're not going to be able to do like a loop or a roll with safe select enabled. And this is probably going to be for beginners, or if you're ever in a panic situation, you could just hit the switch and it's just centered. I'm going to flip it to AS3X only. AS3X is there for wind compensation mostly. However, like I said, I don't have any windy conditions on RealFlight because I don't have it programmed. So it's just going to be a dead calm day. AS3X isn't going to be doing much. So now that I have full control of the airplane, let's see what she can do. First, go full throttle to the speed. It looks like it's clocking in at around 54 miles per hour. So it's actually a decent amount of speed for a 3S battery. You're probably going to get pretty good power for like loops, rolls, upside down, flying. Let's try a vertical, just straight up, and see how she performs. And oh, you can see she just kind of stalls out here at like 10 miles per hour once you push her up. So with the 3S battery, you're definitely not going to get unlimited vertical. You're not going to get unlimited climb, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. So that was to be expected. I mean, it's a 3S battery, 3S 2200. I'm sure you're probably going to get a bit more climb and a bit more airspeed with the 4S battery, which, like I said, I am going to be reviewing too. So yeah, let me do some just low and slow. I'm gonna drop my flaps to landing. We go from there. So I'll drop my airspeed. Make sure I don't stall over. Careful, careful. Nice and easy. Alright. Let's do the same thing with our landing gear. Give it a bit more drag, make it a bit slower. Landing gear will probably act like an air brake. I want to drop into the ground. Alright, so it looks like we're going like 22 miles per hour, like low and slow. However, you are going to be like constantly in a stall, so be careful with this bird. She is flying very well though, I will say that. Most of the Corsairs I've flown have not been the best in the air. But this is actually really, really nice. Now, like I said, I don't own this model in real life. So don't take my word for it. Take this all with a grain of salt, because I don't know how realistic this is compared to the real version of this model. So I'll just do some inverted flying. It looks like you do have to put a bit more elevator input to get her nice and straight. Yeah, for sure. Because if you can see here, when I let go of the stick, it wants to just constantly plummet to the earth. So definitely be on that stick when you're inverted. But yeah, this is a really nice plane. It looks great in the air, very scale. It tracks very well for like precision flying. Let's see here, let me do a hammerhead. Whoa, I hit the ground. Alright, I won't let that happen again, I'm sorry guys. But yeah, he tracks very, very well for like anything really. I'm gonna do a loop. And you can see here. Ooh, I was a bit too slow coming out of it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Try that again. Alright, so it looks like you do have to put in a bit of aileron input and a bit of rudder to get it straight in that loop. But if you kind of just like full throttle it the whole time, it's pretty locked in. But of course, for precision flying, you kind of want to lower the throttle at the top of the loop. So she does need a bit of correcting then. I only have 655 milliamps left, so I'm gonna take her in for a landing. I guess I'll land at 3-point. Oh, okay, nice landing. Okay, so that was my flight on the E-flite F4U Corsair with the 3S battery, and it's actually a very, very nice model. She flies very well, very stable. She tracks good for like your rolls, your loops, and she does fly pretty slow with your landing gear down, your flaps deployed, but Just know when you're flying that slow, you're always going to be in a constant stall. So be on that stick and definitely don't drop the power all the way down, or she's just going to be a flying brick. So yeah, she handles inverted pretty nicely. I will say you do have to put in a lot more elevator input than flying right side up. It kind of just wants to like dip down into the ground. So when you're inverted, make sure to keep your hand on your elevator stick. But yeah, she looks great in the air and on the ground. You can see here you have the really nice decals. You have the nice paint scheme. The fuel tanks look great. The prop looks great. And I really like the landing gear, how it kind of mimics the original, the real F4U Corsair's landing gear. So yeah, now let's fly it on a 4S. Alright guys, I am back with the F4U Corsair, this time on a 4S battery. Same size 2200 mAh battery pack. But yeah, I'm super excited to fly this on a 4S because she flew absolutely amazing on a 3S. So I'm going to drop my flaps to take off. And I am just going to fly on a 3X the entire flight this time. Oh yeah, she takes off fast now. I'm excited. Jeez. It's already at 50 miles per hour. This is half throttle, or like 60% throttle. And you can see, it's our full throttle on the 3S was 54 miles per hour. 60% throttle on a 4S, 55 miles per hour, 54. Ooh, she's gonna have power. Alright guys, I'm gonna start off with a full throttle pass. I'm excited. Ooh. Okay, looks like we're getting 69 miles per hour. That's a 15 mile per hour difference. So let's test the vertical capability now. Oh yeah, she's going straight up, and she's not stalling. So you're gonna get that unlimited climb. That's really nice. And she's gonna do maneuvers, a lot more maneuvers with ease. So let's try a loop now because that does require some power. Oh yeah, loops are a lot easier now, and she tracks better because you have that added power. Go inverted. Ooh. Yeah, she's good. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of breaking away from the scale. I have to know if the F4U Corsair will do a hover. I have to know. Oh my gosh. Guys, this might be the first time you're seeing an F4U Corsair. Gotta be torque rolls. Okay. That's awesome. Now, of course, it's actually a very good enemy distraction. You know, like that one scene with the Cobra maneuver from Top Gun Maverick? It's just like that, but in the F4U Corsair, just start immediately hovering. Oh man. This is a lot of fun. Really just enjoying myself here. So, with the Force, you have a lot more added power. It's able to sustain a climb more. And it's able to do just about anything. I mean, you saw me literally just hover an F4U Corsair. Which isn't very likely to happen in real life, guys. Just in case you didn't know. I might have to get this F4U Corsair just to test if that hovering theory is real. Awesome. So locked in. Just a great flying plane. Great looker, great flyer, flies like it's on rails. If this plane flies like the way it does in real life, then I would recommend this as like a second plane, because it does have some stall characteristics that a beginner shouldn't have to deal with, like when you're going straight up or doing a loop on a 3S battery. But yeah, great flyer, really good job making this plane. Entry maneuver, that was terrible. Let's shut my flaps down. My landing gear down. Let's take her in. Landing gear's awesome. Alright, I'm gonna do another 3-point landing, just like last time. Okay, actually, let me bring it in just so you guys can see it and bask in its beauty. Okay, so that was my second flight on the F4U Corsair, this time on a 4S battery, and she is sweet. With the 4S battery, you have a lot more added power. A cruise at top speed on a 3S at half throttle on a 4S. I'm not sure if that makes sense. 54 miles per hour was the top speed on a 3S. 54 miles per hour was the speed of this little plane on half stick. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot more power. She definitely has an unlimited climb now, that the 3S battery did not have, and she just flies overall. It flies a bit easier because you have that added power to do like your rolls, your loops, just sustain inverted flying a bit more. But with that added weight, you're probably not gonna get as good slow flight as a 3S would. So for my style of flying, if I had this Corsair, I would probably get it on a 3S battery and just keep it that way, just to keep it light, but also you don't need that much power on a Corsair. There is some stall characteristics you do have to worry about on a 3S, like if you're doing slow loops, it will stall out, and high alphas it won't like either if you're doing it slow. So just watch out for that. But on the 4S, this thing was crazy. I was doing hovering on that thing. It was awesome. So yeah, now on to the RealFlight 676. Let's see how it flies. Alright guys, I have the RealFlight 676 NG Airliner loaded up. I cut both of the engines because the turbines were a bit loud. It'll probably take over my microphone. But yeah, this thing is absolutely massive. It's like a tank. The throws are huge, as you can see. It has a steerable nose wheel. It has spoilers, actually. I don't know how to program that. How do I program the spoilers? Oh, okay. Oh, it goes down with the retracts. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, you can see this is very clearly a Boeing livery. So yeah, I'm gonna restart the model so it's, you can hear the turbines. So whatever, let's just go in for a flight. Put my flaps down. Retracts up, flaps up. Alright. So, E-flite doesn't make this plane if it wasn't clear. If Horizon Hobby made this plane, that would be crazy. So, full throttle, it's going 90. Can it reach 100? Hold on, I'm gonna turn it back. Let's see if it can reach 100 miles per hour. Oh, it's going 100. Alright, so actually decently fast. Not as fast as I would expect a turbine plane to go. But also, am I about to crash now? You have to keep in mind that this is probably insanely heavy. So, you see I'm doing very scale flying right now. I think I'm qualifying for all of the jobs at any airline, any commercial airline. They're all scrambling to hire me because look at this. Look at this. My passengers all love me, to be honest. I'm sorry guys, the roll rate is just too slow on this thing. Okay, let's go for another flight. Okay, the 676 is in the air again. Alright, let's just do somewhat scale flying. There's a bit of a banking. Oh yeah, 90-degree turn for my passengers. Well, I only wish the best for my passengers. And then I think they would also like a hammerhead added to the mix. Then like absolutely stall them out. Oh yeah. To do my rolls, I have to be a bit high because the roll rate is just so slow. I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting. It's not a 3D plane, but I'm making it a 3D plane. You know? I'm about to like do some like rolling circles with it. But it's very difficult because the roll rate sucks for a maneuver like this. Oh yeah, top tier pilot here. Now let's get some super low action. Just to laugh at my passengers after they're all screaming. I'll buzz the tower real quick. I'm gonna buzz the windsock. Here we go. Oh yeah. All my passengers are now making their way to the nearest emergency exit because I am in charge of this plane. Absolute brick in the air because it's probably more than like 30 pounds. Let's see how good it glides. Just cut the throttle there. Let's see how well it glides. actually flying pretty good. I'm losing a lot of airspeed. I'm bleeding airspeed really quickly. Alright, raising the throttle. Man, this can fly forever. I still have 67 ounces of fuel left. Try to get some low action again. Alright, let's take a run for a landing. Quite frankly, I've had enough of this plane. Pull everything down. Let's at least get a nice landing on here, guys. Let me take her a bit further out. You can see with my spoilers engaged, this is going to be a hot landing. I'm going to come in hot right now. I need air brakes too. You can see it slows down significantly while I'm floating. Okay, I don't know how that happened. I kind of misjudged my approach. Alright, hold on. I'm going to do one more landing for you guys. That was a horrid landing. I absolutely misjudged my approach. Alright. This time I might want to come in from the left. Going in from the tree might have not been the best idea. Go a bit further out. I have to redeem myself, guys. First, I have to like tease my passengers, give them a 90-degree turn. And then we land her. Nicely this time. Got some brakes here. Actually, no, it slows down pretty well. Alright, so, this part of the video is obviously a joke. The 676, I just can't take it seriously. I was just flying it all over the place. I'm just the best commercial airliner pilot ever. But, I mean, yeah. So, with the F4U Corsair, she actually flew very, very well. This jet flew actually pretty well for what she is. Absolute brick without the turbines, but I mean, it's an airliner. I don't know what I'm expecting. So yeah, it flies pretty well. F4U was great. I'm hoping that the F4U is actually close to how it feels in real life, because if it is, then E-flite, you did a very good job. But yeah, Horizon Hobby recently released their second quarterly content package, and I am going to be doing a video on that in the near future, so look out for that. Thanks for tuning in to John's RC. If you're new to this channel, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one.